One of the most famous radio incidents of all time occurred in 1979. It was at a baseball game in Chicago, and it involves Steve Dahl and some disco records. I'm sure you know all about it by now. Here's what it sounded like the next morning on the Steve and Gary Show.
Boy, look at the paper this morning. They had some sort of a riot or something at Comiskey Park.
They did?
Mm-hmm. Thousands of youths taking part in an anti-disco rally.
I heard about that.
That makes me sick, you know, these kids.
I'll tell you.
Swarm on field at Comiskey Park, ignoring the scoreboard sign, asking them to please return to your seats.
I guess the scoreboard is not as personal as you'd want it to be.
I guess not. It says it. I can see it right here on the front of the sometimes.
Please return to your seats.
They're not doing. Maybe they are in this picture. You can't tell where they're going. Every which way, it kind of looks like.
Every which way.
Police arrived to control a crowd that took over the field between games of a White Sox Detroit Tigers doubleheader. They set bonfires and damaged turf, causing second game postponement. Yeah, can you say bad coho lips?
Sure.
You maniacs. We got done last night at the Communist Park. We were out in the middle of the field, of course, the world's largest disco demolition. We get all done, everybody's grooving. We drive off the field in the Jeep. We come around to the front, go upstairs. All of a sudden, I look on the TV. I thought I was seeing a replay of last year's World Series or something at the end. You know.
But I didn't see Reggie Jackson or anybody running through.
No, it was you maniacs out on the field, jumping through bonfires. Oh, boy. It's all over the paper this morning.
It's all over the world.
I know. 55,000 disco records. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Blown up on cue from the Coho commander. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. In the middle of the field. Do-do-do-do-do-do. In between games, even though it turned out not to be in between games at all. It turned out to be at the end of the night. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It was wild. I don't know what else to say.
Next, the story of one station's petition drive to bring a rock band to their town. Now, that type of effort is nothing new, but in 1981, this one made headlines because the radio station was WZOK in the town of Rockford, Illinois, and the band was the Rolling Stones.
97 WZOK, where it all started last May. Join us tomorrow afternoon at 5 as 97 WZOK makes a major music announcement. The major music announcement was made by WZOK program director Dallas Cole.
WZOK would like to bring the Rolling Stones to the Rockford Metro Center. With your help in a massive petition drive, maybe, just maybe, we can pull it off. WZOK has been in contact with the Rolling Stones management, the concert promoters who are bringing the Rolling Stones to America this summer, the Rolling Stone Record Company, and Doug Logan of the Rockford Metro Center. And everybody's been very encouraging and very supportive of the WZOK Rockford Rolling Stone petition drive.
I'll tell you something right now. We are partying. Of course, what we're doing is we're getting the Rolling Stones signatures tonight on the Rolling Stones petition. All right. Help WZOK bring the Rolling Stones to Rockford.
WZOK's massive petition drive to bring the Stones to Rockford is well underway. Later this hour, we'll tell you exactly how to get your name on a Rolling Stones petition.
We need everybody's help in this, and we just might be able to pull it off. If you haven't got a petition, you can make your own on plain line paper. Just your name and address and all of that of your friends. Get them back to WZOK by Tuesday.
Well, hey, Mick Jagger, won't you come down and bring Keith and the Stones into Rockford town?
And WZOK kept its listeners aware of any developments during the weeks of the massive petition drive.
WZOK had no idea the kind of response that this Rolling Stone petition drive would generate. Almost every person we came in contact with had heard about and signed the WZOK Rolling Stone petition. Within a week and a half, we had received 13,000 signatures.
After the petition drive, it was simply a matter of talking, listening, waiting, and hoping.
But the most encouraging thing to date, after all of our lengthy phone calls and talks with the Rolling Stones management and Bill Graham Presents, the important thing is they have not said no.
As it turned out, they would never say no. The months of hard work paid off when Rockford Metro Center General Manager Doug Logan called a September press conference in Beatty Park on the shores of the Rock River. He read from a telegram that he received.
We are overwhelmed by your gracious invitation by petition. We accept. See you October 1st, 1981. Tattoo you, the Rolling Stones.
Actually, it's one of the best things that's ever happened to the city of Rockford, Illinois.
Unreal.
I think it's great.
Unbelievable.
Gonna put Rockford on the map. People are gonna recognize Rockford. They're gonna think Rockford, that's where the Rolling Stones are going.
Let's spend a couple of moments now with vintage WMAQ Chicago from 1976.
And now, Lee Sherwood on your radio station, WMAQ.
WMAQ, Freddie Fender with Wasted Days and Wasted Nights. It's 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. We're expecting a little later this morning. A visit from Cletus Maggard, WMAQ, Johnny Rodriguez, and I wonder if I ever said goodbye. It's 18 after 9. In less than 20 minutes, I'll be placing another cash call for $10,000, and you can have all that money simply by answering your phone with the phrase, WMAQ is going to make me rich. WMAQ, Roy Clark, and thank God in Greyhound, you got it. It's 8:22. Hi, Timmy.
Hi, Lee.
How are you?
Oh, I'm just fine. As are all Bear fans this morning.
What a day, huh?
Those boys up front, Big Wally. As long as Wally keeps wearing that earring, the Bears are going to be all right.
WMAQ, Glenn Campbell, and I'll see you on Sunday.
WMAQ, with a Q truck on the streets and expressways of the Chicagoland area, with cash and prizes for you.
Which envelope do you want?
Yeah.
You want to open it up, see what you got?
I got the organ, baby.
For $1,195 wallet for organ.
You just want a $100 bill. You've got yourself a stereo of the system. And which envelope do you want? The M envelope, you just won a $5,000 1976 Plymouth Trail Duster.
Make sure you put a WMAQ is gonna make me rich bumper sticker on the rear of your car, and then get ready to win from the Q truck.
WMAQ. May 1977 was a very important time for KHJ Los Angeles. On the 5th, Charlie Van Dyke did his last show, and then the following day, it was the return of Charlie Tuna.
With the Atlanta Rhythm section, so on to you. 7:34 with Charlie Van Dyke. Our final. Thank you for sharing this with me, too, by the way. Sunny skies, high of 72 this afternoon, 57 now in Hollywood, as all the voices of the past come back for one final reunion. I'm kind of moved by all these things that are occurring. We have another call holding now. Hello.
Good morning, Charlie.
Oh, the Maharishi Marrakesh Mariachi. So great to hear from you here.
Yes, it's been a long time, and here you are on your last day, and you're dropping out.
I want to thank you for all those inspiring words of wisdom you used to give us every day from the garden.
Well, thank you.
What have you been into lately?
Well, as you know, all my life I have been trained in mind expansion technique.
That's right.
As a child, my parents opened the doors to the mystic world for me.
Yes.
You're interrupting, Charlie.
I'm sorry. I'm just so excited to hear from you.
Do the flowers in the garden interrupt the sun when it is giving them light?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, sir. I really am.
As a child, I told you that, didn't I?
Yes, you got through that part.
I was a master yoga at the age of 5. And I dedicated my life to helping others find peace and tranquility.
But what are you into now, though?
Well, about a year ago, I found that transcendental meditation is such a rat race, I'm now a stockbroker.
Sunday, May 8th is not far away, and that means it's time again to remember your mother on... Don't forget, for Mother's Day or any special occasion or event, you'll find the right American greetings card at your nearby thrifty drug and discount store. Oh, I'll never forget my mom. Mother's Day coming up. What a wonderful day it was as she bronzed my booties while I was still wearing them. Your nearby thrifty is open every day of the week from 9 in the morning until 10 at night for your shopping convenience. KHJ. Michael Murphy. Well, there were so many calls for this when it was really newly released. Story of the dead girl riding the dead horse. I never understood why you liked that. KHJ, Michael Murphy's Wildfire. And Charlie Van Dyke, 20 before 8 now. Tomorrow morning is the reunion of all the memories in Charlie Tuna as he returns with guest super jock Sylvester Stallone. So make him feel real welcome. And as a matter of fact,
call up and say very, very nice things because he's going through a few personal tragedies right now. It so happens he's landed a very good job. It's a very great radio station. You know, they're paying him reasonably well. But the sad part is his personal life, and I really don't like to get into this too much except to ask you to become particularly kind toward him tomorrow. Call up. See, what happened is he had this very dominating wife, and she made him quit smoking and drinking and gambling. And now she's leaving him because he bores her.
In the Valley, it's 52 degrees. Orange County, 53. Downtown the Pacific Center, it's 52. I'm Bob Lee, KHJ News and Information. And now from Hollywood, Charlie Tuna plays them for you.
Wait a minute, I changed my mind, Bob. I decided I'm not going on today. Good morning, 6 o'clock. This is Charlie Tuna, KHJ, Los Angeles. I'm just sitting here trying to reacquaint myself. Funny thing happened to me on the way to work here 5 years ago. And there's a sign in front of me that says, money is the only object. Now you know why I've come back.
Music is a world.
KHJ and Stevie Wonder, Sir Duke this morning, 6:03 with Charlie Tuna. We have a cloudy day out. There's supposed to be a slight chance of showers today, Southern California in May. I expected around 65, 49 here in Hollywood this morning. What a welcome. When I walked in the gate this morning, groupies standing all around, asking, when is Sylvester Stallone going to be on? They never forget. Sylvester will be here for those of you who are interested in hearing Rocky. He'll be here around 7:30 this morning, and you'll have a chance to talk to him on the telephones. Some other guests are going to be dropping in.
Are you Charlie Tuna?
Yes, but I'm on the air right now.
Let me come in here.
Well, but we're doing a radio show. We can't have people wander.
I'm here to talk to you.
What is it?
My name is Edith Ann. What is yours? Charlie Tuna.
Tuna.
Charlie Tuna.
Tuna. No, not tuner. That's tuners on a radio. That's what you...
Charlie Tuna, like a tuna fish.
That's right, the tuner fish. KHJ. That's the Atlanta Rhythm section. So into you. It's Charlie Tuna. It's 8:03 this morning. Sylvester Stallone sitting here, all set to jump on the phone. I didn't want to rhyme that at all. We got to talk because we got your brother's record coming up here.
Yeah, it's a group called Valentine. They've been together about 6 years in Trenton, New Jersey, and just living in Trenton, New Jersey, I think it qualifies them for the Hall of Fame of diligence. But it's something that's really extraordinary. They were involved in the movie from the actual writing of it. I was thinking, who can I get cheap? And I figured, well, no one's cheaper than my brother, and he did the music. But no, not to discredit him, he's really, really great, and as the music will bear me out. But he was always in there from the beginning. I'm sitting here with these headphones on. I feel as though
listening to yourself, right?
I'm doing a neat trick with the headphones.
Oh, do you? Okay.
MG Kelly is going to jump over and...
When you take the headphones off, you take them off and you put them over the mic. They make weird sounds like that. It's strange.
Fuzzo. I've been using Fuzzo for 9 out of 40 years.
You've got T-shirts coming out and posters, too?
Oh, it's just amazing. No one could ever foresee what was happening. So far from what I've heard, that the T-shirt has outsold everything. Matter of fact, Rocky is now eating Jaws in the competition of all type of poster sales. The poster sales in the millions. The album has gone platinum. The T-shirt has far exceeded anyone's expectations. And next they're coming out with, like, I think they're having the Rocky punching bag things, which are sides of beef now, and they have the bathrobes coming out.
My wife has already said she's going to cover up my Farrah Fawcett with yours.
Your car is #1.
KCBQ and Sean Cassidy, 2:33, and I'm Steve Goddard, and a bulletin just across the UPI wire. I can't believe this. Just across the UPI wire from Memphis, Elvis Presley, the 45-year-old king of rock and roll, died today in Memphis. Police say he died of a respiratory failure in Baptist Hospital. That's all the information we have. As soon as we get more, we'll certainly pass it along to you, but it is confirmed just over the UPI wire. Elvis is dead. We'll fill you in on more details as we get it.
KCBQ San Diego's Steve Goddard reacting to Elvis's death in 1977. Of course, not everybody believes that Elvis is dead. In 1986, E.J. Crummey at WNBC in New York got this phone call.
Elvis?
What's happening, baby?
Oh, gosh, man, I'm so glad to get you on the air tonight. I've been working with Jane. We'd like to do a number with you.
I'd like to do a number with you, too.
Oh, man, Elvis.
I'd like to do a number with Jane.
Oh, I bet you'd like to sing a song, too. Hey.
Okay.
Elvis.
Okay, well,
Elvis
now.
hasn't lost that sense of humor, man. I don't know. Have you been shooting out any TV sets recently, Elvis?
No, there's no TV sets up here. We can see everything full screen.
All right, Elvis, I want to do this tune with you. Are you lonesome tonight? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Go for it, Elvis.
Are you lonesome tonight?
Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart?
That is E.J. Crummey accompanying Elvis on guitar, by the way. You know, this whole Is Elvis Alive thing came to a head in 1988, prompting General Manager Vince Cremona from WEBE in Bridgeport to make this startling announcement.
I would like to offer, on behalf of WEBE, $1 million in cash to anyone that can, any one person or group that can arrange a bona fide live exclusive interview with Elvis Presley. if we're satisfied that it is Elvis Presley and it happens and we have exclusivity, $1 million in cash will be given out.
If Elvis Presley is really dead, then why has his Lloyd's of London insurance policy never been cashed in? And why did he lay off his entire staff weeks before his death? And who was that man people cited in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and in West Germany? And who was the guy captured on film in the pool house at Graceland watching mourners file by Elvis's grave? It looks like Elvis Presley. Hi, this is WEBE 108's Storm and Norman. On our drive at 5, the publisher of the forthcoming book, Is Elvis Alive?, Stan Corwin, talks about a cassette tape provided with the book. Is it Elvis?
40 minutes worth of Elvis speaking, not a minute or a few seconds, but it's 40 minutes of Elvis speaking. It has been voice authenticated by experts, voice experts throughout the country. Seems to indicate that he's speaking about events in his life that have followed August 1977 when he died.
The evidence is mounting, and WEBE 108 wants to know, is Elvis really alive? We're offering $1 million in cash to anyone who can prove to our satisfaction that Elvis is still alive and get WEBE 108 an exclusive face-to-face interview with the king of rock and roll by the end of June 1988. The book comes out in July, but keep listening because you may hear proof that Elvis Presley is still alive this month on WEBE 108.
In 1987, Herman and McBean, the morning team at WSHE Miami, crossed the street to WGTR. Except there was a slight problem, one of those nasty no-compete clauses, and that led to a lawsuit, and that led to an injunction, and that led to this live on GTR.
Defendants Stuart Herman and James McBean are hereby immediately restrained and enjoined until further order of this court, promoting, managing, joining, controlling, and or in any manner directly or indirectly being employed, retained by and or connected with defendant, GTR, till the final hearing in this cause, except as may be necessary for the prosecution or defense of this lawsuit. I think this kind of stinks.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you do.
Well, that's how I ended up listening to WGTR. Once you guys were gone, I didn't know where you'd left to. I started bopping around on the radio stations and been listening to GTR ever since they started promoting you.
You're the court, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm somebody that works there.
I see. Well, we appreciate your comments, and don't worry, we're going to be back. You can tell Judge Scott we'll be back.
All right, good for you guys. Hang in there.
Thank you.
Oh, bye-bye.
Bye.
And return to GTR they did. Soupy Sales, on the other hand, did not return after these remarks on the air at WNBC New York to a sympathetic listener.
That's terrible.
Yes, I think it is. I think it's sort of low and rotten, and I'm really anxious to get this over with.
I guess it's a matter of divide and conquer.
I guess so, or being cheap and uncreative. But that's what happened. You give your blood, sweat, and tears, and that's what happened. I just still think it's a rotten deal, and I'm looking to get out as soon as I can. I really do not want to work here anymore at all.
I can't believe someone who had the intelligence to get your show in the first place didn't know what the hell to do with it once they got it.
Well, hey, we did the show, and we did a great show.
And you made a lot of money for them.
I certainly did, and I got them ratings where they didn't have before. I like talking like this because this will probably be the end of the show, probably today at the end, because I happen to think that they have handled this situation very badly, and I'm very embarrassed and heartsick about the way they've done it.
You have no idea. Well, I think you do have a very good idea of how we feel out here.
I know that. That's why I'm telling you this, because I've always been very honest with my fans and with the people. And I called my attorney this morning to ask him that I want out as soon as I can, because I do not want to be around this station anymore.
And as you can imagine, Soupy quickly got his wish. Well, I wish we had some more room, but that'll just about do it for R&R's 15th anniversary air check. Thanks, of course, to all of the people who delved into their archives and sent us the tapes. Thanks a lot for listening, and most important of all, thanks for making R&R the Bible of the industry. This is Jan Bolshikas-Wenskolov saying so long.